Hey everybody, how's it going today? It's Monday and I am here to talk about the full moon tonight and also the end of Mercury Retrograde. So there's a lot going on right now with energy. Mercury Retrograde is ending, which is good news for a lot of people, including myself. This time around seemed to be particularly difficult and challenging out there for that. And because Mercury retrograde goes through a shadow phase as well, so it doesn't necessarily end today, although a lot of the chaos will start to subside. But the shadow phase will continue on till the end of the month. So you might expect some people from your past to still show up in that time, like exes, ex-girlfriends, ex-boyfriends, ex-lovers. So that's a possibility. So just be prepared for that. And, just remember that, you have the ability and the power to create the boundaries that you need in your life. So just because somebody reappears in your life, it doesn't always mean that it's a cue to reignite the relationship, especially if you found that that person was abusive towards you or it was a toxic relationship. Definitely think really hard about making decisions to get back with people if that's the case for you. Other times, it might be just a really necessary rekindling for your life, but just really rely on your intuition and do what's right for you. So the moon tonight, it's full moon and it's also a super moon, and those moons are a little bit more energetically charged and we can feel the effects a little bit more than a regular full moon. So this full moon is actually going through Virgo, and Virgo is also ruled by the planet Mercury, and so is Gemini. So Geminis and Virgos will tend to feel it a little bit more, but Virgo is more of like a hardworking sign, being patient, seeing things through to completion, and thinking critically. Okay, so secrets or stuff like that could be revealed during this full moon. And even up until the end of the month, okay, in that retrograde shadow phase. And the way that I like to describe this to people is it could be secrets that you had an intuitive gut feeling about. You had always wondered what really happened in a situation, or I don't know, like if you had a gut feeling that just something wasn't right, and that it could be revealed right now, like what was actually going on. So that means that you could be able to get some closure with some things, which is, that's not a bad thing. Okay, I also wanted to show you guys some crystals that I have that could be really good for grounding and clearing your space and like realigning yourself and everything. So I really love this black obsidian, and this is, called a palm stone because it's, quite large. And, these are really good for kind of awakening your psychic senses. I like to call this the psychic stone. And, you could even try putting it just over your third eye like this. And even when I hold it up, I can really feel the energy of it. So if you're getting into readings and that sort of thing, or psychic development, this is a really good stone to have around. And also it helps to repel away any negative energy that could be around you, especially if you work with clients a lot, or if you're working with other people, or even in like hostile, more negative environments, depending on what you do for work, right? So this one is really, really good, and I keep this by my bedside as well. Like I keep one at my bedside. You can also put it at your front door, or some people put them in the in the corners of the room that they would like to have kind of kept energetically clean, like a living room, for example. you know, if that's where people frequent a lot. I also have this really great blue calcite wand, and it's really good for healing, especially if you're somebody that likes to do Reiki. You know, you can really put it to where to point the energy to that particular spot for healing. So it's really good. And this crystal helps with the retaining of lessons learned. So it's a really good stone to keep around for the end of Mercury retrograde, for example, or even if you're going through a breakup, because then you'll have the power, the ability to remember why you moved on, and just to keep clear thinking with that sort of stuff. And it also eases communication between people with opposing views. So another really good one for Mercury retrograde. Next, I have selenite. This is a orange selenite, and this is also really good for energy clearing. Okay, so again, put it at the front door of your house, or, you know, in corners of your room to keep the energy clear and positive. And I have this really pretty amethyst, like a big old chunk here. And this is like a master healing crystal. So this is just so good to keep around just for good energy. And it's pretty too, right? And it really reflects the energy or the light really nicely. It's a really high vibrational crystal. Okay, so purple is actually the same chakra color as your third eye. Okay, and some people even see their crown chakra as being purple, so it's a really good stone for those chakras as well. All right, negative energy destroyer as well. So I'm all about, you know, clearing out the negative energy, and you should too, because it really makes a difference in your life and the things that you're attracting into your life. And lastly, I have this really cool, it's like almost a solid white crystal ball. And, you know, a lot of psychics use the clear crystal ball for divination. And that's a whole nother method in itself. I just like to have this one for, you know, total energy alignment with the chakra system. It's nice to hold. It's kind of like, it's just a really nice, smooth, you know, it's got some weight to it. It's a really good stone, and it's good if you're grieving something as well. Like if you want to just hold it, if you're grieving, enhances your self-control and stimulates wise decision making. Okay, so this is really a good crystal to have around right now as well. You know, in case those things from your past start popping up again. Okay, I just want to do a quick reading for us as well. So this video is just so full tonight. And I'm going to use this deck of oracle cards that I wrote myself and self-published. They're called the Whispers from Within Oracle. And I'm just going to shuffle them with the intent of asking for any guidance to get through this kind of change that's happening right now with everything. You know, things ending and then starting fresh. So what do we need to know going forward for tomorrow? So I always just wait until the cards pop out of the deck. You know, there's so many different ways to shuffle cards and do a reading, but this is just the method that works for me. In my book that comes with these cards, I give a lot of direction on how you can find your own method as well when you use these cards. And it just takes a little bit of practice and, you know, knowing what works for you. Sometimes they just, well, when I do them for myself, they always just fly out of the deck on their own. So it really just depends. Okay, I think this one wants to come out. I'll just leave it at 2 cards for now, just to keep it easy. Okay, the first card that we got is called Calling in Your Tribe. So what this card means is you really would benefit from spending more time with people who are like-minded and kind of into the same things as you, just similar interests, similar ways of thinking. And as this shift of energy and consciousness is happening right now, it's really a good time to start seeking out more people like that in your life. Okay. You may have that tribe right now, and if you do, that's so great and that's so rare and unique. Just go with those people and know that it's a very special connection, and you know, really honor that. And you'll know in your gut when they're your people. Okay, so we always know when it's our people, and it's really an intuition type of thing. Okay, so you know, people who are in your tribe are supportive and loving and genuine. There's no drama really, or if there is drama, it's easily solved and resolved. And you just have a lot of flow happening and similar values and all that kind of stuff, right? So really go and find those people. You know, for me, when I was going through a change, and I still am going through a change in my life, and I really started putting it out there that I wanted to meet more like-minded people. And it took a while for the wheels to really get in motion with it, but I started just seeking out other opportunities that I could have to meet people who are in my industry and who, you know, do similar things as I do, and the same level and ways of thinking. And I started finding more and more opportunities that way. So it can happen. You just have to really put yourself out there sometimes, and just have the intention of meeting those people, and you will. Okay, so just go with your gut on that one. And the next card is called Do the Thing. So if you're actually been procrastinating on going out there and meeting new people, this is a sign to say, you know what, just go out there and do it. Step out of your comfort zone. Nothing's going to change until you do that. So get on it. Get on it, because the sooner that you take that step, the sooner that things will change in your life and the wheels will get in motion for you. Okay, so that's really the message here that's coming through, is to, just step out of your comfort zone, but to also trust your intuition at the same time, right? Let's see. And, you know, I don't know if this applies to anybody that's watching, but it says to stop procrastinating on what you know needs to be done. And that could be a task another different kind of task that you have been putting off. Going to the doctor comes to mind, or taking care of something to do around your house. So make sure that you prioritize that and get it done before it turns into this big mess or big monster that's going to be harder to tackle. So the sooner you get on it, the better. All right, so I hope that helps somebody out there. And I'll just do a bonus card on the bottom. This is the ego work card. So I really am seeing how these are tying together with just meeting more like-minded people, but there's just another layer that's stopping you from going ahead and doing that. So it could be that you're worrying about what people will think of you. Maybe you think you're not good enough. Maybe you think you're not ready for that community yet. Maybe you think that, see, it's all about thinking, right? What you think, not what you feel. So you could feel like it's the right thing to do, and then as soon as you start to go and do it, you stop yourself because you think, well, you know, what if I don't fit in? Or maybe I'm not ready. I can't handle this kind of thing right now, blah, blah, blah. It could be any excuse, right? So just really watch out for that, and have more awareness to what your ego story might be telling you. It's usually more about it could be about your worth, right? Like maybe you don't think that you're worthy or worth it. And, you know, once you can identify those things, then you can take the steps to healing them. And it's all about cultivating awareness to the ego and the stories that it's telling. So unless you are becoming more aware of it, you can't really get it in check, can you? So that's really the message here for us today as we go forward in the week with this full moon energy, the beginning of spring energy, and moving on from Mercury Retrograde. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Colleen, and I have all of these crystals, actually, like these exact same ones are available on my store to purchase right now. So definitely visit www.moonstonesalts.com to check them out. And if you go to my bio, you can also get a coupon for 10% off your first purchase. So definitely take advantage of that. You can also find these oracle cards on my store as well. And they're actually on sale right now too. So it's a really good time to take advantage of this. And, you know, if you're thinking about doing more energy work or clearing your space, I have a lot of really great products that can help you with that. So definitely check it out, and send me some love on this video, please. I will also post this from Instagram Live to YouTube for you guys to watch again. And I will see you guys next time on my next video. Take care.